Firefighters in Somerset are threatening to take their own bosses to court over proposals to make them work longer shifts. They say being on duty for 82 hours is unreasonable and Here's Clinton Rogers.
Any goodwill between these two sides went up in flames some time ago. Now the union is threatening court action on top of strike action to fight job losses and changes to their shift patterns.
Legislation protects workers such as doctors and lorry drivers from being forced to work too long and by doing so putting the public at risk. We will use that legislation to protect our firefighters and the public. So my message to the politicians is this: if you force through dangerous cuts in frontline services, we'll see you in court.
Fire services across the country are having their government grant cut by a quarter over the next 4 years. On Friday, Devon and Somerset Fire Authority will meet to discuss exactly how to cope with that. The Chief Fire Officer has written an article in a local paper today saying that doing nothing isn't an option. Now, introducing an 82-hour shift, asking fire crews at stations like this to stay on base day and night for 4 days is one option on the table. Managers say no one will be forced to work the new shift, but those who do will get a significant pay rise. Meanwhile, the BBC has learned today that at a time of cuts, a plan to make use of the empty regional fire control centre in Taunton, which is costing taxpayers £5,000 a day, has fallen through. Now, when this place was built, the idea was that it would be shared by 6 fire authorities, but it's been empty for 3 years. The computer system didn't work. Devon and Somerset recently offered to take it over on its own, but the government asked for rent of £750,000 a year, so the deal's off.
You know, we'd bargained hard, as we should have done, for the people of Somerset and Devon. Clearly we put our perspective forward of what we thought was acceptable. The government think differently. Consequently, we said no thank you to their offer, which was totally unrealistic.
There's talk now of maybe sharing this place with the ambulance service, but if that too falls through, then the losses will continue to mount up. £5,000 every day of our money. Clinton Rogers, BBC Points West in Taunton.